Theater of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that will fill your tight little ear holes with warm, delicious D&D. I'm Jacob Machin, and that is Caleb Dowdall.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
Amazing.
We're here with the usuals. Going around the other way, we got Danielle Butlin.
Hi.
We have Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
Hello.
We have Luke Sykes.
Cheese is the best.
Jesus the best?
Yes.
Jesus, comma, the best, or cheese is the best?
Jesus is the best.
Okay,
Oh.
excellent.
The best of the Jesuses.
Excellent. And we have Hercules Mays.
I am the last one for once.
Yeah. You're sitting so close to me, and I usually go straight to you because of those brown, luscious eyes. But instead, I swung across to Danielle's. What color are your eyes?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure.
Close your eyes, see if he knows.
Well, they're like hazel with green in them
he
sort of
doesn't
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
I
a good
don't
10
know.
seconds of looking there before he had to answer.
Can you see from here anyone's eye color except Luke's?
But if I squint really hard,
The tried and true method. We've also got Peter
Squint
Garrett here
hands.
sitting on the sidelines, drinking a cup of coffee at middle of the night.
Yeah, caffeine. It's the best.
Caffeine. If he was eating a banana, he'd go, yeah, potassium.
A little bit of radioactivity.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Oh, really? Oh, there is. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Potassium.
Yeah. Just ask Alexander Nevsky. What's his
Really
name?
bad for dreams, though.
What, radioactivity?
Potassium.
Oh,
Really?
Why's that?
Oh, why?
I used to get nightmares heaps if I ate like a banana before I went to bed.
Oh, and we also have producer Hogan who's doing
Speaking of nightmares.
Let's point down there.
He'll be all right.
Aww.
You're right, Beanie Bear?
He's a good boy. Anyway, that's enough from me.
Thanks, yeah, thanks, Peter. We'll probably never hear. There he is. Can we have a bit of silence while Hogan dreams?
It's so cute.
Oh, baby bean. Little baby beans having some nightmares. Speaking of nightmares, let's play an improv game. I would like each of you to roll a d4, please.
What's that one look like?
Pointy
the
boy.
triangle.
Oh, the one holding up my iPad. Caleb,
Okay.
what's the ear version of squint to enhance?
Squeeze.
I mean, I guess it's
Like
the,
a
I
tilt?
guess it's
Tilt it.
the old man
Yeah,
like
his hand.
pulling out at his lobe, you know, like
Danielle.
1.
Okay, 1. Daelyn.
2.
Luke.
1.
1. 2. 2. Okay.
Oh.
The number
One, two, one, two.
that you rolled are the amount of words you're allowed to say in a sentence.
Excellent.
2. Yay.
Swing
2
that
spot.
mic over to Peter. Peter, can we get a location, please, off the top of your head?
A specific location? Or like
When I say
vague?
location, whatever comes to mind.
That's me. We'll go with a ballroom.
A ballroom. Swing that back to Caleb.
Excellent.
Caleb, I want an occupation, please.
let's go with juggler.
Juggler.
Nice.
We have ballroom. We have juggler. 2 of you have 1-word sentences. 2 of you have 2-word sentences. Let's see what fucking happens.
Balls!
Look. Performing now?
Watch this. Wow.
Wow. Very impressive.
I know.
Amazing. Practice long?
Whole life
Wow. Innate talent?
comes natural.
Competition ready.
Yeah, probably.
Unsure.
Incoming!
Other team.
Fuck them.
Ooh. Brought fire.
Red. Blue.
Green.
Light up.
Oh, fuck.
Perfect.
Okay.
Jackson.
Yeah, fine. Good.
Yeah, bro.
Juggle.
All right, bro.
3.
3 man.
2.
2 man.
And
Go, man. Yeah, bro.
catch!
Oh, fuck.
And Danielle is out.
Whew.
Sandra, help!
And Luke is out.
So nervous.
I know.
Not ready.
I know.
Can't juggle.
Stand back.
All right, then.
Sup, bro. Fuck you.
And you're out. That's 4 words.
But he was playing 2 characters.
2 characters, 2 separate sentences.
I win.
Herc, I'd fight your case there. I'd fight your case.
I was playing 2 different
Okay,
characters.
We're going to do that again. Roll a d6. Let's see if that's any more conducive to this game. And we'll see which one's
All
better.
right.
Okay, Danielle. 5, you're allowed to use 5 words. Daelyn.
5.
5, you're allowed to use 5 words. Luke. 2, you're only allowed to use 2 words.
5.
5. We have 3 5s and a 2. Location?
Church.
Church.
3
Caleb.
5s and a 2 walk into a church.
Snowboard salesman.
Excellent. Snowboard salesman, church, 5, 5, 5, 2, and
We are gathered here today. I love listening to her.
I got a sick deal
How much?
What kind of sick deal?
on a sick new board.
The Lord requires your silence.
Damn, that was really impressive.
Yeah. It's God-given abilities, yo. Yeah, what he said. Price.
Half pipe?
I was discussing my sermon.
Off piste.
What does that mean?
I was discussing sick boards.
This guy.
The Lord also likes snowboards.
Sean White?
The Lord does indeed shred.
Would you like to lead? Maybe the sermon
I'd say
of
that's
Mount.
I'd say that's Danielle gone. As one of the parishioners drops dead.
Lord help!
As your pastor, how help?
She's dead!
In the name of boarding.
She's just gone upstairs. No, is that one word or two? I don't know.
Drop in?
She's shredding in the sky.
Amen to that, my friend.
Sick lines.
And I think we'll call it. Very good stuff. Daelyn, your iambic pentameter training came in. You weren't even counting at one point.
I was like, 5, bitch. I know this. I got this.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
Speaking of being so long, how would you guys like a nice, long, hard bit of D&D in your ears?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. I need enthusiastic
Let me
consent,
just
please. That's not a
squeeze
yes
them.
to me.
Let
If
me
I get a
just.
sure, I'm like, maybe that's a no.
How many words?
Okay, give it to me in 4 words.
Give it to me.
I mean, that works. Let's play some D&D.
Damn. All right.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, Safirith, you made quite a mark on Baki in helping complete his tattoos. Vasily gave you back your now new and improved tattoo utensil that now seems to be able to give you the ability to create arcane tattoos. While that was going on, Bias and Agenar, you guys did a little bit of shopping. You met the resident apothecary, a young boy who gave you some pellets that would be able to hold the magic mist that gives hallucinations. And while that was going on, Etterath, you took a bit of a dive into a sensory deprivation tank, aka a magic bag that seemed to have no air in it. Quite enraged, you made your way back to the village where you guys all met up again. But something was not quite right in the village as you noticed a silvered mist start to enter its borders. And a guttural scream that we don't need to hear again come from back the way you came, which is where we're going to take off now. You look around, the mist is starting to slowly encroach the whole village. About mid-afternoon, the day is starting to look duller and duller by the second as this mist, not dissimilar to the mist that you would see on the roads that you know to be very dangerous, is encompassing all around you.
Oh, this is not good. I
Thought the shit stayed away from the city.
Good on you. Has this happened before?
No, this is bad. I should probably go.
You hear shouting in the background.
Oh,
Is it coming from the village or like out in the forest?
It's coming from like the perimeter of the village. So kind of where you, what was his name, Jake?
Oh, asshole. Zithazel.
Zetzil? Back where you were speaking to him. So not too far behind you.
Gronya, go back to the encampment, find your chief, find your dad.
And find Bucky because he should have the. Does he have the tattoos for the mist?
I mean, we finished them, but I don't know if he's like he's not quite himself yet. Like he's still being healed by the shaman. I don't know if he's ready to use them yet.
Okay, well, if he's ready, if he's ready, go get Bucky.
So alert my father and then run up to the...
Yes.
Okay.
And stay high. Stay out of the mist. And can I roll a perception to see if I see anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
I roll a 9.
She runs off into the encampment, into the town, as you hear running and footsteps of many, many people in the town.
Yeah, with your 9, you look around and see that it's starting to become like mass panic. The villagers are starting to run kind of deeper, the ones that were near the perimeter, deeper into the village. You start to squint because actually it's kind of getting difficult to see.
You tug on your earlobe.
You see, what can I hear? And you hear more screaming coming from behind you. You whip your back to get a better listen. And you see coming in from the mist this massive 10-foot tall elk. And he's walking very slowly but very purposely towards the center of the village.
Does he look ethereal?
He looks nearly mist-like. Not so mist-like as the actual mist beings that you've encountered before. He seems corporeal, but it's like he's washed in mist. It comes in and around his body. He's covered in spears, and he has bits of blood oozing out of his body. He doesn't seem like he's in pain, though, and he's heading straight towards the village.
Does he look or seem aggressive?
Give me an insight check.
11.
He doesn't look scared. You can tell he doesn't look frightened as like an elk might do that's been hurt in a way that he has. But again, he is massive. His motivations or whether he is out to hurt, you are unclear, but he's definitely not frightened. There seems to be maybe a bit more of an intelligence behind him than you would have from a usual elk. He's definitely not acting in a way that an elk would.
And is the screaming coming from near him, or it's
coming from
the perimeter?
coming from behind him? Safirith, if you want to give me a perception check.
That's a 10.
With a 10, you look back behind the elk, and the mist seems to be thicker from where he has been, and so you can't really make out much. But the screamings are coming from behind you. You look over and you see the spears, so you reckon he's probably walked through the guard's perimeter. And they couldn't stop him.
You see on his horns spatters of blood dripping down them. And what you don't see far off in the mist is Zethzil clutching four of the little pallets as his ribs are opened up, bleeding, kind of bubbling away as he takes his last breath, and the 4 pallets roll from his hand.
Oh, I want to rush to Zethzil.
What you don't see is that.
Oh, you don't
didn't
see that.
see that.
You don't see that. I want to try and take off.
Yeah, I cast Shield of Faith and I walk towards it.
Who had the purple rain? Because we
Zethzil, he just died.
No, I mean us. When we bought it in town, we bought some in town before we left. Yeah, we bought some in Bale before we left.
Yeah, we bought 1 bottle of it.
Did we?
But who has
you know
it?
that you can coat many weapons with 1 bottle, though.
Etterath, do you have it?
I do not. I'm looking at my inventory. I do not have it.
Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
I believe they were on Bucky.
Yep. That is 100% where it was. Yep.
Oh, shit.
Okay, Safirith.
14.
Nice. Agenar.
13, I think.
Nice. Bias.
3.
Not so good. Etterath.
17.
I rolled a 4.
Excellent. At the top of the round, you watch as Gronya is kind of sprinting from Chief Humduk's tent there. She sprints across towards the plateau, glances back at you and begins to scale, runs through the trees there and begins to scale the plateau. As she heads off, Etterath, without your armor, just in a jacket, them titties out in the air. Beautiful.
Man bun
flapping around. Beautiful boy. What do you want to do?
I am going to run into town, and then I'm going to use... Actually, I'm going to do this in reverse order. First, I'm going to use my action to do Divine Sense. So I can detect good and evil until the end of my next turn. I can sense anything affected by either the Hallow spell, or I also know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
Okay.
Very nice. Would you like to tell us how that spell manifests in you, how it looks, how that aura comes from you?
I think Etterath sort of panics and grabs his sword and takes a deep breath, and his eyes glow almost as if he were to shift, but they don't. But he still has the semi-glowing eyes from his lycanthrope form as he looks around.
You look around and straight away you notice a celestial presence coming from
Big Boy?
this big elk. You also get a sense of something from the plateau as well.
That's probably hallowed. And then, I'm gonna then use my movement to run into town. And then, yes, and then I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Nice. How does that look?
Etterath takes in a deep breath of this mist that's coming in, as almost some of the mist surrounds him and gives him almost a slight misty armor around himself.
Nice. Saucy misty armor. Brilliant. That brings us to the Mist Elk.
He is going to start moving. Did you move when you guys saw him, or did you stay?
When saw him coming, moved off to the side.
You did?
I think I.
Yeah.
I wanted to take off when I saw him.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
I would have stepped in front.
That's
right.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
So, Bias, he is going to charge at you.
You watch as he snorts out through these enormous nostrils, and you see the mist kind of... It's got that creepy, like if you're in Sleepy Hollow, like mist kind of, and kind of dips his head and comes galloping towards you.
And he charges at you and rams you with his head. Luckily not with his horns yet. And it's going to be a 21 to hit.
That is.
7 damage.
How big is this thing? I'm imagining like a 10-story tall thing, because I'm thinking...
10 foot.
He's about 10 foot high.
Yeah.
Big.
7 damage?
Yes. And then...
You cop this, it was a headbutt, yeah? You cop its kind of skull against yours, you hear that clunk.
And then he is going to, with the same movement as he kind of came up, smash his head back down on you. Not as an attack, but more just because you are in his way, it seems. And that is going to be a 9 to hit.
A 9?
Yeah.
No.
9 does not hit. But he comes down, you gracefully just take a little side step. You're still in his way now, currently.
Sweet.
And that brings us to
Safirith.
Do I fight this thing? Do I try to talk to it? Well, it just attacked you. Okay, I'm just gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at it and see what that does.
Excellent. You fire off one of your Eldritch Blasts.
Nat 20, baby. I've ever gotten a nat 20 in combat. It feels so good.
Oh, nice. Go ahead and roll double the dice on that one as you fire off one of your Eldritch Blasts.
12 points of damage.
You let off this Eldritch Blast, and it is the biggest one by far you have ever done. It's the force of it nearly pushes you back a little bit, and you do feel your ring start to heat up. It's never done that before. You're obviously channeling like a lot of energy here, and it hits the elk square in the side of the face, and he whips his head over to you, but then turns back and is looking straight ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick up the ring and I'm just gonna hold it and I'm just gonna whisper really quietly. I don't know if you can hear me, but I want to try and talk to this thing. I want to try and stop it from where it's going. And I'm going to try and cast Message to see if it can...
You've unfortunately used your action to fire off an Eldritch Blast.
I did. That's true. I used a spell already. Never mind. Okay, then for my movement, I'm going to run farther into town. So yeah, just around behind that building, just to the edge of that building, so I can hopefully kind of peek around the corner.
Excellent. You duck around the back of that hut there. Brings us across to Agenar.
So my attempt to take flight, is that on this turn?
Yeah, so go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw.
19.
Okay, you rolled over it.
Excellent.
You take off into the air with 30 feet.
And with my passive, can I tell, like, you know, what kind of creature this might be? My passive perception.
You can make a real quick nature check for free if you wish. Passive perception, you can see that this is an enormous fucking elk. a 10-foot tall elk. If you make a nature check, you might get a bit more info.
No, I think he's more like arcana, like but nature. Yeah.
You can make an arcana check if you wish. Yeah. Make an arcana check for me.
Yeah, I mean they're the same. So it's
Okay.
So what's I don't know.
Cool.
Come on, it's a nat 20
For a total
of 21.
So yeah, you look at this elk and it's most definitely an elk. It is a beast, but it seems to have gone through some kind of magical interference. You look at it and you can see that the mist seems not to be part of the elk. It surrounds it and it kind of oozes out from it. But from your arcana knowledge, you figure that this probably wasn't always the case. This was probably once a normal elk that has somehow been magically altered by something.
You also, with your arcana, you would know that this is a little bit too large for it to be an enlarged spell, specifically from a caster. There's something else at play here.
Okay. If I wanted to say, what do you want as my action, how many languages could I say that in one action?
Or what languages do you speak?
Aarakocra, Orin, Celestial, Common, and Draconic.
I mean, how fast can you speak in 6 seconds?
Ready, set, go.
What do you want? 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 What do you want?
Great. So how many languages? What languages do you speak there? Just for my...
That is Aarakocra, Orin, Celestial, Common, Draconic.
It doesn't seem to register what you said. Was there anything else you'd like to do?
As a bonus action, I am going to call my spiritual weapon. Yeah.
Nice.
Just in case.
Where would you like to place that?
You can cast your spiritual weapon if you want to cast it near it and hit it. You have to roll to hit it.
No, I just want to cast it.
I'll allow you to you can cast it. Yeah,
Have it ready.
So it is there, hovering around it. You know that your
Okay.
spiritual weapon can only move 20 feet around.
Okay. Yeah. It's just sort of hovering by me, but slightly behind me.
Okay, up at your height.
Yeah.
Excellent. You are 30 feet above the ground. Excellent. Beautiful. That being done, you hear some ruffling and rustling through in Chief Homduk's tent. He appears to be getting ready or getting something ready or doing something in there. That swings us around to Bias Jaw.
So he gets hit. And he, with a bonus action, smacks his left hand on his chest, and the gnome shell pass shield pops open as a Roman gladiator shield just in front of it, and he just braces in front of it and pulls out his warhammer in the other hand. And he's like, what is this fucking thing? Anyone... Did you yell out that it was celestial or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Did you yell out anything?
It looks like a really big elk.
Great. Fucking helpful.
I think it's magic, maybe.
Can I roll any knowledge checks on it?
What kind of check do you want to do?
Well, just what's the best? Is it religious? Is it
It's up to you. You can
nature?
make a check.
Is it survival?
You decide what you want to find out about it.
I'll do religious.
Okay.
11.
With your background with the gods, you do know that they usually tend to favor certain animals. Yours sometimes being the boar. You do think back that the god of nature, Sylvanus, his favorite animal was an elk. You don't know if this is his doing directly, but you figure magic and elk could be a possibility.
Great. So if I know it's a god, then in Celestial I start saying, "Hold here, friend. We can talk. What is it?" And that's my turn.
Okay.
Excellent.
Let me talk to it. Don't attack it yet.
Excellent. This brings us to the two Githyanki guards that are currently in the town. You see them through the mist, kind of seeping through around kind of like waist, shoulder level. You watch as they turn towards Bias, begin sprinting. They sprint 30 feet, and then you watch with a pop-up. They both disappear and appear either side of you, Bias. And you watch as both of them strike to attack with these wooden spears, these dark, shiny wooden spears.
No!
Caleb, that is a 12 and a 15 to hit.
The first one pierces, and you see again another trickle of blood. He nearly has to pull his spear back out, but the other one goes straight over, and like the mist beings that you've seen before, the mist kind of curls around and like absorbs the blow of the second spear.
Fucking idiots.
Excellent. You watch as this elk takes a jab from one of these spears. As it does, you see the spear pierce, and as it does, the elk kind of shakes, and you watch it rock its head back and forth as if something's cursing it in its brain as the Gith kind of struggles to pull the spear free. Excellent. That brings us around to Grania. You watch as Grania begins to scale the plateau. As she does, you swear you see the elk look up at her and go... Brings us to you.
That's what you want, friend.
Well, I see that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop Shield of Faith, and I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to use my movement and my action to dash.
You watch as Etterath sprints in his high heels.
No, I don't have the boots on right now.
Oh, barefoot.
No, it's just
heels in his hand like a drunk person.
Coat, no shirt, pants.
I got pants, coat, no shirt, no shoes, sword in one hand, boots in the other.
But all service, baby.
You move your full movement. As you sprint, you can almost hear Chief Honda cursing in his tent as he sounds like he's getting ready to step out as you pass it. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Nope, that's all I can do.
Excellent. That brings us across to the Mist Elk.
Without averting his gaze from the plateau, turns and starts to stomp around you guys. If you would like to make attacks of opportunity, you can.
One of the Gith Yankee swipe out at it again with his spear. You watch as it takes another spear to the ribs, shakes its head in frustration and continues to trot around you. The second one trying to launch the spear over you, Bias, but you kind of gesture and stop him, push him back, stop him from hitting it.
Why? Why do you stop me? What has it done? It is threatening the town. Can we talk on our turns?
I just initiated some talk.
Okay.
I'll give you one more sentence if you want.
Threatening how? Just walking through it? Then why didn't you attack us?
As he comes around, he crashes into a tree in his desperation, and you see the tree fall. You hear a little cry out, and you look over and notice that a small boy is now underneath the crushed tree.
God, Caleb.
And then he's going to use his extra movement.
Yeah, move it, boy.
Trashes his way through to the center of the town.
Excellent. That brings us to Safirith. You watch as this elk runs through, knocks over a tree, squashes a little kid who begins to scream out in pain as it trots and dashes through the fire in the middle there. What would you like to do?
Someone who's stronger, go help that kid, because I don't think I can help him. Okay, I'm going to run 30 feet towards it, towards the elk. Okay, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to try and telekinetic shove it backwards.
Back towards you or further?
Yeah, like back away, farther away from the village.
What's your save on that?
It's Dex 13.
So you start to pull at him with your mind, trying to force him back. He doesn't whip over his head. He doesn't seem to even notice. He just keeps trotting on his way. Super focused, super intent on reaching this plateau.
Okay, I'm going to try and go help that kid. So I'm going to use the rest of my movement. 30 feet. Can I get to the tree?
You've moved 30 feet already to get where you are.
Yeah.
How many foot do you think you have left?
Speed, I think I only have... Yeah, no, I only have 30 feet. Okay.
As the kid looks out at you and reaches out a hand going,
His legs seem to be completely crushed underneath this tree, but he is alive.
Sorry, you were too far away to begin with. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Okay, wait. If I used telekinetic shove as a bonus action, does that count as a spell?
No, if it's a bonus action, then no. It's a
So then,
ability,
for
yeah,
my
so you still
action,
cast a spell.
I'm going to try and cast message
Okie dokie. In what language?
but does it have to be? It probably has to be a language that I know. So I'm going to try an infernal. Let's see what I get.
Okay.
And I'm just going to ask what. Well, you got no response. Who knows? I don't know. All right, I'm going to try. I'm just going to ask, what do you want?
How does that sound in Infernal?
Yes, Flynn.
The elk continues on his path, seemingly not even to hear you.
Bias, it's not listening. It's not talking. So I don't think we can reason with this thing.
Brings us to Agenar.
Bias, help the boy, and I'm going to fly.
Thank you.
My 50 feet.
Everyone else take care.
You think I'm some fucking babysitter?
And I'm, as a bonus action, I'm going to do another movement.
as a bonus action movement.
Can I not do that?
You
Like
cannot
dash
do
or...
that
You can do it
unless
as
you
an
are
action.
you can use it as an action.
You've also left your spiritual weapon.
Oh, as
quite
an
far back.
action. Sorry, as an action. As an action.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to move down to in front of it. And as a bonus action, if permitted by the DMs, I would like to get one of the sticks out of my bag.
You grab one of the sprigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take a sprig out of your bag, the cinnamon sprig, cinnamon-looking sprig that one of the two that you bought from Ham, the young apothecary. You guys watch as she whips this thing out of her pocket, a little sprig of whatever you call it, a tasty sprig.
Holding it up and like trying to make eye contact with the elk.
Excellent. You hold it up, the elk just kind of above your eye line, just below your eye line. You're almost head height with it at 10 feet. You guys watch as Chief Homduk's tent bursts open and he's there in like an orange-y kind of robe, tunic tied together with purple lining on it. Looks to be some sort of karate outfit of sorts.
A gi.
A gi, exactly. As he steps out of the tent and he says, "Begone, foul beast!" And he steps out to meet you, Etterath, as you run past him. And that is all he does. At the end of his turn, we come to Bayastajor.
I move 30 feet closer to it, and then I cast Compelled Duel.
Excellent. Wisdom save?
14 DC.
Beautiful.
Ooh, fuck you guys.
Tell us what we see as he fails that save.
I start shouting, "Beast of Sylvanus, I challenge you in the name of my fuckface god Arden. Come at me."
You see the mist that's been constantly swirling, kind of stopped dead in the air. It had been moving to the direction of the plateau, stopped still only for a second, and then starts to come back towards your way.
I
And you
just start
see the elk with his
banging
head
my
back.
shield. "I'm right here. Come on, challenge of the gods. I bet you can beat me, because my god's a fucking asshole."
As you do so, you see this little kid off to your right going, "Help! My feet! My legs!" Anything else you wish to do?
I just look at it like, just pop him in.
Okay, and that ends your turn.
For a bonus action, I cast Divine Shield, whatever
You
you
already
cast.
cast a spell on this turn.
I did.
Level
Okay,
spell,
I'm
so
good
you
then.
cannot-
I'm good.
Excellent. With that, we come to the two Githyanki that were beside you / behind you, and they run to the little boy.
Don't attack it!
They run to the little boy at the tree. They said, "We're not attacking it. We're saving the fucking child, you madman."
Good.
As they run to the tree, they're going to make a couple of stealth checks. Caleb, can I get 2 d20s rolled? I'm going to add 2 to them. That's bad. That's good. Okay. You watch as one of them struggles to lift the tree, and the other one says, "Step aside. I've got this." The chonky one. He kind of lifts with his legs, and you see the tree lift a little bit. And as he does, the little kid's free, but his legs are quite crushed. And the Githyanki looks at you, Bias, and he says, "I can't fucking hold this long. Get the kid."
Will I be okay, Papa?
My boy! With that, you watch as Grania is almost at the top of the plateau running to get Vasily. She kind of looks back at you all at the top of this enormous plateau, looks down, and you watch as she disappears over the edge, running towards Vasily's tent, bringing us to you, Etterath.
Nobody attacked the fucking thing.
Cool. I'm going to move. I'm going to use my movement to move 30 feet. And then I'm going to use my action to move another 30 feet. And then I'm going to use my bonus action because of Expeditious Retreat to have the mist form around my legs as if they were wolf legs to move another 30 feet.
Excellent. At this point, you are 30.
Run.
You're around halfway up the plateau at this point.
And there was like a chain that we
Yeah,
had
you've got
to
a
climb.
chain there, yeah.
Like it wasn't like, I can't remember. Did we have to like climb up the chain or was it like a pathway and that was just like a handrail?
I believe the chain was hanging off the fucking...
It was
thing.
like hanging off. Yeah,
cool.
it's kind of
It is
like
still
you pull
difficult
yourself
terrain
up.
to
As
climb.
as I climb up, I'm gonna wrap the chain
Okay.
around me as I climb up.
Nice. You start to wrap this chain around you. It starts to get heavy pretty quick, but you start to climb using
It's
your...
a misty elk. It's not going to use the chain to climb anyway.
It has disposable thumbs.
I have a plan.
All right. Okay. All right.
I have a plan.
Anything else you wish to do?
trust.
Nope, that is every single thing I can do on my turn.
With that, we come to the Mist Elk.
You see its hooves try to bring it closer to the plateau. And just as it starts to go, it nearly gets pulled back and drawn to you. And it turns back to face you, Bias.
Bang my shield.
And it starts to stomp on the ground with its hooves, readying up a charge. And it goes right for you, its head down, trying to impale you with both of its massive horns.
You roll at disadvantage, I believe.
Disadvantage at everyone else, I believe.
Oh, is everyone else? Cool.
I think so.
Against creatures other than yourself. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, for a 9-2 hit.
Shield, bang, right into the shield.
You take the brunt force, standing your ground, and it kind of makes an imprint back on your boots as you get pushed into the dirt, but you don't take any damage. And then it's going to try take a bite out of your shoulder with this massive fucking jaws for 23 to hit.
Every creature bites.
That hits.
And you don't want to get bitten by a horse. You know when you get bitten by a horse? This is a 10
No,
foot.
you do not.
Just feel the crunch of my shell.
13 damage, excuse
13
me,
damage. All right.
as you feel a crunch into your shoulder.
That one hurt.
Can you make is it a constitution saving throw? Is this a concentration spell or is it?
It probably is, because everything is. It is.
Go ahead and roll a con save.
17 plus whatever.
Beautiful. You hold on to this spell in your mind as this creature chomps on you.
You're concentrating so hard you nearly don't hear a faint shout coming from the plateau.
The same shout that came from deep in Bucky's soul when you were up there. But speaking of Safirith, what do you want to do? As this giant elk faces down your turtle friend.
I'm gonna fucking attack it.
No!
Why should I give me one fucking good... I just watched that thing take a bite out of your shoulder.
That is 6 seconds.
That was... I tried to do an Eldritch Blast, but that's a 11 to hit. No, sorry, that's a 13 to hit.
13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
You let out things, but that shout from the plateau just distracts you slightly. You do a little side gaze and it just verts off across the shoulder of the missed elk. The witch is shooting bolts!
The little boy cries.
My bonus action, I'm gonna kill the kid. Okay, no, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Excellent. You hold fast as we come to Agenar. This creature that was almost in front of you, eye height, turns on its heel and comes back towards Bias, closer to your spiritual weapon, which is still all the way back here.
Did I get anything from that period of time where we were eye to eye?
It didn't seem to register what you were saying to it.
When I was making eye contact with it?
Yeah, it was looking straight past you.
Great.
To the plateau.
Okay. I'm gonna fly down to it. I'm gonna try and hover
Ride it.
above it and crack the stick
Crack the stick?
under its nose.
You want to crack the sprig under its nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. You reach down, you take the sprig, one of the 2 sprigs you have, and you snap it. As you snap it, almost in slow motion, you see tiny little particles kind of drift off into the air under its nose.
They start to go up its nostrils and it just shakes its head. It doesn't seem to have any effect, but you do see some of the particles make their way over towards the 2 guards who came to help the child. They've been holding these spears and it starts to lace around their spears, and you notice a slight purple gleam that was on them starts to fade and disappear. They look up at you and they go, "What the fuck?"
It didn't see me, so I don't think its eyes. I think something's in its head.
Is there anything else you wish to do?
I'm just gonna move my spiritual weapon to a little bit closer to the chaos.
Yeah, your spiritual weapon, still a little ways away, is slowly
Catching up.
making its way over. It's still 30 feet in the air. Excellent. If there's nothing else you wish to do, you watch as Chief Homduch at the back there, kind of, you see him under this elk kind of look at you, Bias, with a regard of appreciation. And he says, "Can you hold it?"
I think so. I don't know what free me means, though. Not long.
"I need time." And he raises his hands above his head, his palms splayed, as if raising the roof. "Don't say a fucking word." "Yes." The answer's yes.
I was gonna say something when you mentioned the orange ghee.
Yeah, shut up.
Shit, they're
As he says,
What?
"Bucked, I need your power. Give me your power." And you watch as high in the air above Liheas, energy seems to gather into a light blue ball that is growing.
This is going to be the longest 6 minutes of our life.
6 seconds, you mean?
Yeah, it's going to be the longest 6 seconds of our life.
What?
With that, we come to Bias.
I look at it in its eyes. Can I kind of like grapple it to hold its horns?
You can certainly try.
But before I do, I cast. I lay on hands on myself for the full 20.
Excellent. You need to make an athletics check. The creature is going to make an athletics or an acrobatics, whichever it's better at, in opposing.
For grabbing the horns?
For grapple check, yeah, athletics. Athletics for you.
9.
You grab the horns and it starts to shake its head and you hold on, but your feet actually come off the head as you get flown left and right. You manage to bank yourself back down, but then it flips you up in the air and you let go and you land back down right in front of it.
Oh, fuck. I just kind of look at it and go, I'm assuming it's a celestial because I think it's a religious thing of the god. I'm just like, free you, how? What does free you mean? Kill you?
You hear nothing from the elk. With that, we come to the two Gith-Yankee trying to help the kid. They're going to make one more attempt to try and drag him out of there. You you watch as they lift the tree. Yeah. And as the kid says, Daddy, no, he says, I'm sorry, son, I can't hold it.
I don't feel so good.
Boom, back down on the kid as they rolled too low. We need help!
I'm kind of busy. Fuck.
That brings us to Grania up top somewhere doing something.
What's this
Etterath,
monk doing over here?
he's just chilling.
How much farther up the thing do I have to go?
You are halfway up, so I'd say you've got another 50 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I use my movement and my bonus action to move 60 feet up there.
You pull your way up as fast as you can up to the plateau.
Can I get a strength saving throw? Because you are gathering a fair amount of chain as you do this.
16.
Beautiful. You feel the weight of this chain under you, and you feel if you had succumbed to that, it would have taken you a lot longer to get up there. But yeah, regardless.
You come up and you're greeted to Baki, who is alone up on the plateau.
All right, where are you, witch?
Baki looks at you as if attempting to speak, but all that comes out is...
I'd like to then use my action, because I still have that.
You do, yeah.
To do another divine sense.
You hone in on your divine sense. There's definitely some celestial something coming from Baki at this moment. And funnily enough, coming from below where you are standing.
You gather that at this point, Grania must be inside the tent if she's not there.
That's all I can do.
Excellent. That brings us to the Mist Elk, bearing down on Bias Jaw.
Still trying to break free from this presence, the Mist Elk is going to turn its back on you and attempt to walk away. What was the save on Compelled Duel?
14.
14, and it's going to struggle, but it's going to manage to turn itself around and start making its way towards Hamdok.
First of all, that's an attack of opportunity if you witch Bias Jaw. It's going to come past you, Safirith, within melee distance.
Why did you get another save?
If he attempts to move anywhere that's not 30 feet within you, same throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
I read the last line, not the middle line.
Right, yeah.
Gotta read the whole spell. All the ingredients.
You said we got an attack of opportunity.
Bias if you wish, Agenar if you wish, Safirith if you wish.
I'm above it. Yeah. Is it melee?
It's left your point, your range, because you were literally above it, in front of it.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking as a melee attack. Would it be if I brought my staff down and tried to put it in its mouth?
Yeah. I mean, you can attempt a grapple if you want to make an athletics check. Yeah. Against its athletics or...
You can't do that as an attack of opportunity.
Not as an attack of opportunity. No. Yeah, no.
As your action if you want.
Rolled on hitting it with my staff and I don't make enough.
Okay.
Can I do a grapple check as a bonus, as a attack of opportunity?
I thought you could. It's a melee attack, right?
I technically have unarmed, strikes.
I think so.
Yeah, I thought you could do a grapple.
Okay,
it is a melee attack.
House rules.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? I think it's fun.
So can I try that as well?
Yes,
with
you
the,
can as well. Yeah.
Like I'm putting a bit in the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So do you want to assist or make your own grapple?
So you can let Bias roll at advantage if you assist.
I'd like to assist.
Okay, Bias, with advantage, please.
Right. The first one was an 11. The second one is not as good. So 13. Athletics, right?
Athletics,
Yeah.
for a grapple. Yeah.
Yeah, you both grab at a horn each as you try to like give some kind of purchase, but this elk is way too big and flings you off like effortlessly, and then makes his way over to Humdock, where he is going to
Disadvantage.
ram him straight in the chest, or attempt to at least, for 14.
You watch as the crowd goes wild. They watch as Chief Homduk, without even looking at it, still looking up at this ball in the sky. You watch as he kind of blinks from where he is, hovers, and the elk runs straight through him and misses Chief Homduk with his much higher AC,
Which brings us to
Safirith.
All right, the kid still isn't out from under the tree, so I'm gonna run at the tree and try and help them get.
Okay, are you going to
Help them
make
get it out.
an athletics check to lift it, or are you going to try and help them? At this point, the kid's looking pretty bad, pretty hurt. He's in a lot of pain. He says,
Okay.
"No, devil woman, stay away!"
Yeah, I'll try and help them lift the tree.
Okay, you will use the help action.
Yeah.
So one of them will get advantage. As you get on the other side and help try to lift this thing off the kid, we come to Agenar. As you try to jam your stick in this thing's mouth, it pushes you off and gallops off into the distance towards Chief Homduk. What would you like to do?
After like dithering for a few seconds between the child and the elk, I'm going to... How many feet am I away from it?
40.
Excellent. I'm going to cast Hold Person on it.
Now, read the spell. Does that work on humanoids?
Point. That's a humanoid. Never mind. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, you'd know that.
So in
You'd know
that case, I'm going
We know what we're doing.
to go to the child
As well. Excellent.
and cast Cure Wounds.
Excellent. What level?
First level should be fine. for a
Excellent. Go ahead and
child,
roll
right?
your dice for that as you cast Cure Wounds on this boy. You hear the cracking of bones snapping back into place as he goes, "Ah! Oh, God. Thank you. Get this thing off me, please."
Still under the tree.
That
On the tree.
that's math time. That's an 11.
Excellent. You heal him
Points
11
of
points
healing.
as a little bit of color comes back into his cheeks and his eyes focus on you. This bird person says, Thank you so much. Please get this thing off me."
It's okay. We're going to, and I'm going to, as bonus action, move my spiritual weapon. This time,
Your spiritual weapon is slowly making
the little spiritual weapon that could.
You watch as Chief Homduk stares down this creature and he says, "You will leave my village." He brings his palms down with such force as this ball of energy slowly rockets towards the center of town. 10 minutes later, for 27 points of damage, you watch as the spirit bomb drops down on top of the elk, pressing it into the ground. You watch as a crater kind of forms with it. With that, Chief Humduk he's going to sidestep just to the side of it, and you watch as he kind of looks back at you all and he says, "Everyone stay back. I believe I've got this."
Okay.
as he falls over backwards.
Shit, fucking ground's uneven. Excellent. With that, we come to Bias.
Cleric, do you have any mind-altering magic? Like, get it. There's something inside of it, and then he goes running up.
I'm trying, but I have to help the children.
Okay.
It's my job.
I go, and then from there, I'm gonna, because now he's been attacked, he's no longer compelled. I'm going to cast Command, and on it, I'm going to command it to flee. DC 14 wisdom.
Is there a language component to that?
Yes, verbal.
So it must understand the command.
What language are you speaking in?
It's celestial still, just because I think it's to do with the god.
He turns his head to you, and you don't see any comprehension to Celestial when he looks at you.
Okay.
Fuck. Comes to the
But wait,
two. You recognized celestial energy, but no celestial words are getting through to it.
Okay.
To clarify that.
Okay. Interesting.
You watch as the two Githyanki, with the help of Safirith, are going to roll to lift this tree well and truly off the kid. DC at this point with a +2 to strength. So I'll say the DC is 18 because they have failed a couple of times at this point. They get 3 rolls. Okay. It's a 16. It's another 16.
Oh my god.
And the final roll to get this tree off the kid before permanent damage is done. You guys watch as the three of them lift this thing off the kid. As they lift it, the kid shuffles a little bit to get out, and the tree slips and falls on his torso this time. You, Agenar, see him go unconscious. He's rolling death saves now.
Oh no.
My boy! No! Brings us Etterath up on top there, just behind Bucky. You see the tent flap open as Grania kind of opens the flap and looks out. She kind of looks at you. She says, come quick!
Drop the chain and I, like, just up at the top of the plateau.
Chains
and I
coil up at the
rush
top
in.
there?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I rush in.
Excellent. You rush towards her.
The Mist Elk is going to continue its way to the plateau. It charges forward. Hamdoch.
You watch with blinding speed. He takes a whack at this thing. You watch as he whacks this thing with blinding speed. When he thuds it, you can feel the impact through the ground. It's like, you feel almost the entire town kind of shake a little bit under those punches as he hits this thing, and it continues to walk past him. Excellent. That brings us to Safirith. As this little boy is crushed under the tree.
Well, if you lift and I pull, we do it at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's...
Every time you lift, the DC does go higher because you guys are lifting and lifting and lifting and lifting.
Is there any way to just pull? No.
It's up to you guys. It's D&D. You guys use your big brains.
We need to do it at the same time.
Okay. I'll try and lift.
You want to lift?
If you wait for me to be ready.
Okay, I'll hold my
you out.
action to lift until Agenar can lift with me.
So you're going to hold your action or you're going to help? Advantage or roll it yourself?
I'm gonna pull the boy out. I
You
can't
have...
lift.
okay.
I can't lift.
Okay,
but I can
so
pull
you-
him out. So if you three lift
Go ahead and roll your...
right now.
I want you to beat 18.
Fucking hell. Strength?
Yes, it's a tree.
But can I charismatically lift the tree?
You see the tree has a face and it goes...
Oh my god. 3.
3. Yeah. You watch as Safirith strains and strains and strains, and like a little squirt of blood pops in her eye as a blood vessel pops as she tries to lift this tree off this kid. Unfortunately, she cannot. Is there anything you want to do with your bonus action, movement?
No, I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay, that brings us to Agenar.
I'm gonna speak to the
Githyanki.
Githyanki. I'll get ready. I'm going to hold under his armpits, and when you lift, say lift, and I'll pull. So I'm going to ready an action.
Yeah, you want to drag him out if it lifts off him.
Yeah.
Okay. The dad turns to the friend and says, I'll lift, you help. Anything else you wish to do?
I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Spiritual weapon continues to slowly make its way.
Trees weigh more than 10 pounds, right?
With that, you watch...
I know, it's a paper tree.
You watch as Chief Homduk looks up at the creature and he says, not in my town. And he cups his hands and brings them to one hip and turns. And you watch as a red outline starts to...
Does he grow a tail?
around him. No, we're not going that way.
Not going GT.
As he starts to build up this blue energy in his palms. Yeah, that's right. It's a lightning bolt dressed up as a Kamehameha.
Nerd!
But aren't we the nerds? Because we know exactly
You know
what
exactly
he's
what
doing.
it is.
We know exactly what it is.
I'm like, sure.
I don't think we're much better.
I just know the nerd stuff so I can beat them up for being nerds.
Sure. He says as he's sitting on a D&D podcast.
You watch as he shoots this beam of blue energy with a ball at the end that fires straight and true at the creature.
Blast hits him and he knocks back into the plateau. Etterath, as you're coming to the tent, you feel your whole body shake.
Oh, fuck.
You guys see the elk. A big scorched fucking hole in it. The rest of the shockwave hitting the plateau and sculpting a perfect fucking circle. Rocks start to crumble down and start hitting onto the tents of the village. And that's where we're going to leave it for today.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
still here, thanks for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer. We go live on every podcast app every Tuesday. Follow us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and on Instagram at Theater of the Mind Flayer with an RE, you filthy Americans. If you like what you heard, leave us a review. Or, whatever. Just do what you want. I'm not your dad.